Hello. So let's talk love once again. Yeah, I'm a big fan of romance. Be it the Kalidas Shakuntala wala romance, or Soni Mahiwal, or Romeo Juliet, or Heer Rancha. Yeah, even Veer Zara for that matter. So these are the love stories which really kind of have inspired me to love unconditionally. And okay, so these are Diwali days. Diwali is approaching, and naturally, Ramji and Maya, they are like in air, right? And I was just thinking about them in context to love. So there's this, although there's a lot of um, criticism around Adi Purush, and honestly, I also didn't like the way things were portrayed in that. But there's this very beautiful song in that movie. Uh, I love that song. Yeah, you have to figure it out on your own, or I'll post its link in the comments. So, this song from Adipurush, I mean, I literally listen to this song on loop. So, let's talk about romance, ideal romance. Now, I'm sure a lot of you would immediately bounce at me and pounce at me that Vasudha, how come Ramji and Sita Maiya's love is the ideal love? And I know your arguments are fine at their place. In today's world, it's very important for a man to take a woman's side, right? Uh, we are living in an age where men need to learn to cook and women need to learn to drive, which is good because with the age, the era we are living in, the dynamics change, right? And I also kind of, I do not oppose this view, which is definitely, which has a very sound logic to it. But this is the romance which happened in that era. And I think the lessons in love which we get from there still stand true. See, not everything is shades of grey, right? Some things are, I mean, at least for me, some things are white, yeah? And of course, nothing is black for me, but some things are white for me. So this is white for me. And I feel uh, Ramji is the most masculine man I have ever seen or experienced in my life. Even in the world of fiction, be it movies or plays or books I have read on romance. So you'll ask me how? How can a man who lets his wife give herself away to fire be a masculine man? How can a man who lets her go in the jungle be the masculine man? So here's why he is. And of course, Maa Sita is Maa Sita, the most beautiful woman ever, and extremely feminine. That her beauty and her virtue was enough to draw so many men to her swayamvar itself. But yeah, I mean, who can get the best woman? Only the best man. So the only man who could break the bow was Shri Ram. Uh, of course, that's an introduction to his masculinity, macho-ness, the strength, which all women definitely idolize. Yeah. Then he never laid his eyes on anyone but her. Do we see this kind of virtue today? Yeah, he never ever laid. All his eyes were for her. He never turned her down. Even when he knew that this could be a fraud, that golden deer thing, he goes after it. True make her happy. Now, some of you may say, why? Doesn't he have a brain of his own? No, when it comes to love, it's not about that. When it comes to love, when you love someone unconditionally, you just want them to be happy, and you go out of your means to make your beloved smile, be happy. So he just did that, and any masculine man would do that. Yeah. Again, yeah, there's this one very interesting thing which we often talk uh, about Maa Sita. See, it was not difficult for Ramji to have sent maybe just Hanumanji or anyone else from the Sena, even uh, Sugriv or a lot of other people who were fighting the battle. But he knew, look at his level of trust. He knew, despite his wife being surrounded by all demons, he was sure, and he knew that Raman was also an equally potent masculine man, but he had complete faith and trust in the purity of Maa Sita. So he could actually wait for so many years and months to actually go get her, right? And even Sita Maya was sure that Ramji will come to rescue her. Yeah, she trusted him. And you may think that how did they know? That was the kind of love, the bond they shared. That was the kind of commitment they both shared with each other. He knew she is only hers, and she knew that come what may, he will come for her. Yeah, that's the kind of trust. Do we have that level of trust today? No. And when we trust someone, we just know that they are there for us, and you do not really need to kind of text them all the time, call them all the time. uh, we have lot of soldiers who get posted at places where it is very difficult for them to communicate. Do you think they don't have love stories just because you are not reading about them? There's something called inner knowing, and that inner knowing always keeps us connected with people we love, especially this special beloved. We are always connected with them, we can always communicate with them as long as our love is that pure and that unconditional. So you may think, why am I saying so? Do I know that kind of love? Maybe I know it, maybe I don't know it, but I definitely idolize that kind of love, and I just wanted to share that with you. So what do you think? I know a lot of you would have a lot of negative criticism about what I've just said. You are entitled to your views, but if you also think, if you are also a fan of Ram-Sita love story, then do comment below. Yeah? Bye. Wish you all a great Diwali.